So in this video, I'm going to show you how to clone any website using AI. Now, we're in 2025. It means that you don't need to know how to code, or you don't have to do the drag and drop to build websites. We have software that is allowing us to build websites very easily by just talking to the AI, chatting with it. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video and to clone pretty much any site that you can think of in a matter of minutes. So let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, so first things first, we're doing this on Base44, which is a new AI site and app builder that launched earlier this year. I've used it to build a couple of different sites and they've come out really well, and I'm very happy with it. So I want to show you how to do it using this software. Now, just for some notes here, you can follow along. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. They do have a free option to kind of try it out and see if it's working and good for you. So I would recommend playing around with it, but you can follow along in this video. Okay, so let's find a website that we want to clone or build a site very similar to. And the one that I think that would be really interesting to make is something very similar to Apple's website. I really like how they have these things at the top. It's nice and clean. You can scroll very easily. I think it's a beautiful website. It's hard to argue with that. So let's say that for my company, maybe I'm not selling iPhones, but maybe I want to just build my site very similar to this, and I like the layout of it. And so what we can do is we can just copy the link here. So apple.com, I'm going to copy that and just go over to Base44. Once again, link below in the description, and just tell it to copy this website or clone this website. Okay, so I said clone this website exactly, and then I pasted a link to Apple, and then I can just click on this orange button here, and now Base44 will start coding this for us. It's going to go through every step of the process and build out this website for us and give us the initial first draft of this website that we're attempting to make something very similar to. So you can see here, it's coding all of it for us. It's working on it. It's editing the layout. It's analyzing the original site that we pasted in there. And so this could take a few minutes. Sometimes it can take up to 5 to 10 minutes for this to do this because it's really working hard here. So I'm going to come back in a couple minutes here and let's see what it has created for us as the first draft of this clone website. Okay, and so it has created the first draft of this website, and we can see right off the bat, it's really pretty good. I mean, for me not having to code anything, I didn't have to drag and drop anything. It's built this basic framework for us that we can now work off of to get this very similar to Apple's website. Maybe we have a different product and we want to swap out these images for something different, but we can see that overall this site looks very similar to the original Apple website, right? And so we can change some of the things here. Maybe we want the padding to look a little bit different. Obviously, this says iPhone 15. We can swap out all of this text here. And so I also like that they were able to take all these top things and put them in here properly as we had in this site on the original site. Okay, and we can go to all of these as well, and we can click on them and it'll take us to different pages, and we can customize all of that. So from here, you can decide how similar you want this to be, or if you want to make your own customizations. Maybe perhaps you're looking at something and saying, you know what, this font, I want it to be different, or I want to add a button here. You can just do all of this by just talking to the AI here. Okay, and so let's say that first thing we want to do is we want to change this to, say, iPhone 17 Pro, right? How do you do that? Well, we can either tell it to do that right here by typing in things in the box here, and it will change it for us, or we can do the visual edit. So if you click on this in the bottom left corner, you'll see visual edit. You click on it, and now you have the ability to highlight anything that you would like to change on this site that Base44 is building for us. So perhaps this right here, we don't want it to say iPhone 15, we want it to say iPhone 17 Pro. So I just said change the wording to iPhone 17 Pro, and it's going to fix that for us. All right, so there we go. It just changed that wording for us, and it looks better. Now, something that I do want to let you know here is that you want to be careful how many things you tell Base44 to do at once. So I would recommend suggesting one change at a time. I've seen people, or I've actually tried this myself, where I'll give it like a list of 10 different things or 20 different things to change all in the same prompt, and it'll get a little bit confused. So try to do one thing at a time. If you want to change images, if you want to change some things in the heading here, maybe you want to add another thing, or you want to get rid of the entertainment button, you can just tell it to remove that and it will do that for you. And so it's pretty much the world is your oyster when it comes to what you want to change on this website by just telling it to do this differently. Okay, so now let's say that you're kind of looking for some advice on how to make the site better. You can click on the discuss button here and you can talk to the AI without it actually making changes for you. So you can say, maybe there's something specific like, how do I add images, like my own images into this website? All right, so I just asked it, how do I add my own images to this website? And it explained it to us on specifically how we can go about uploading those images and getting them onto the site. And so that's the really great thing about this discussion mode. It doesn't change the code. It'll just help answer your questions. If you're looking for any type of guidance, it'll help you with that as well. And so when you are ready to publish this site, when you have everything ironed out and the site looks good, you've changed the wording, you've changed the images, you've done what you wanted to do, and now you want this site to go live out into the world, all we have to do is go to the upper right corner and you have the option to publish this website. Now, when you click on publish the website, you'll also be able to get a custom domain. And so if you want something, .com with a clean custom domain, you'll have the ability to purchase that through Base44 as well. I believe it's a little bit of an upsell, but it's probably worth it if you are going to launch this website out into the world and you want that to look clean. Okay. Now there's also the ability to look at it in mobile. There's something I definitely would recommend considering that most people are going on websites on their phones, not on their computer. So let's take a look at that. It looks like it could use some work there. And so we can tell it to clean up mobile. I want this to just look better. Like the formatting looks off. So let me just tell it that. So I just said, the formatting on mobile doesn't look great. Can you make it look cleaner and more modern? I didn't even really give it more instructions than that. And let's see what it can do for us here. So that's just something that you want to keep in mind. Now we also have the dashboard over here. While it's working on that, I'll show you what the dashboard is. This is going to be more in depth. You'll have the ability to enable agents on your website if you want to have AI agents. And this can do a lot more things than just making a website. You can build apps inside of this. Let's say you want like a calculator on your site, or you want something that's going to capture emails from potential customers or leads. You can have it set that up for you, and it's pretty great. It can integrate with other things like other pieces of software. So you can have like people schedule things on this site. You can really do anything with Base44, which is why I like it. All right, so it's still working on the mobile for us right now, the mobile version, but there's also this button up here that you can hide the chat panel so that you can see the site in full of how it would look without that chat thing on the side there. If you want it back, you just click back on it and this will pop back up. All right, so now it has improved the mobile site as well. It does look a bit better here. I'm happy with that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and publish it once I have done everything. I've changed the words and everything. So that is the basics on how to clone a website using Base44. I'm doing this rather quickly here just to show you the basics of it. But if you go through and you chat back and forth with Base44, you can get something that is extremely similar to a site that you're looking to go off of. Now, just one word of caution here. I'm not a lawyer, but you want to be careful copying other websites. You don't want to steal someone else's IP. You don't want to get sued. So make sure that you look into that before you go out and fully copy someone else's website. I think it's best to use it for inspiration, but not to entirely copy. So I just wanted to share that with you. So I hope you found the video to be valuable and helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see everybody sometime in a future video.